Good morning. We're back on trail. Weather was pretty fine last night. The bulk of the weather just went around us to the north, and we just barely got sprinkled with just a little bit of rain. It's barely anything. And let's see, last night I went ahead and made my hotel reservations for the town of Bennington, Vermont. We'll be there just tomorrow night. So we're crossing into Vermont here shortly, tomorrow. Today is going to be Mount Greylock is the big highlight for the day, highest point in Massachusetts. And in about 4.5 miles, we'll be hitting the town of Cheshire, dropping into a Dollar General, and we can get Dunkin' Donuts and stuff this morning. So that's coming up. Just gotta get there. Starting the descent into town, and it started lightly sprinkling. I don't think there's supposed to be much rain in the forecast. There's the town of Cheshire down there. Be there shortly. It's another monument to the big cheese press wheel or something. Very fascinating. Now our mile of road walking through town is almost complete. Gotta get through some corn. There's the Dollar General. We'll hit that up second on the way back to the trail. Going up down here to the gas station.
You still drinking those? Girl, I stopped a long time ago. I'm already from the store Really?
We're done with the gas station. Just need a few things at the Dollar General. Alright, we're done with everything we needed. We're heading out of town. Mission success on getting one more video uploaded. I was hanging out at the Dunkin' Donuts. They had Wi-Fi. Took a little over 2 hours, but I got a video uploaded there. And then I wandered over to the Dollar General. I only needed really just a couple of granola bars and stuff to last me basically a day and a half to get to the next town, Bennington, Vermont, where we have hotel reservations. So we got a little bit of food, got everything we need. What else? We're hitting up, we'll be starting right out of town here. We're starting up the huge climb up Mount Greylock. That'll be the high point in Massachusetts. This is a proper mountain. Be a long, steady uphill. I don't know if it'll be too steep in parts, but we'll see. Let's see, NOBO shelter. We'll take a break there, 3.8. That's about halfway up the mountain. Mount Greylock summit, 6.8. Gonna be a long uphill. And Wilbur Clearing will be down the backside at 10.5. That's gonna be the destination for tonight. Yeah, when it's muddy, rock hopping is the key. There's usually enough rocks that have been placed right in between at nice footstep intervals. It's extra tricky when you're doing this with holding a camera. Oh. Oh, yeah, okay. So far the gradient's not too bad. You just gotta maintain a steady, constant uphill. Temperatures are still warm. Extremely high humidity today. We're on the backside of the heat wave, so I think the temperature's only going to be in the 80s. I don't know, 85 to 88, something maybe. It's not in the 90s anymore. But we won't have any cold snaps in the future, so generally mild temperatures once it starts cooling down. Got a bit of a cool breeze going on right now. That's very nice. Kind of a neat part where it's like very steep down angle. Well, right here is not bad. And here's a split off. Mark NOBO shelter. And we'll take a break here. I don't know if we're at least halfway up the mountain or more than halfway or something, but it's been kind of easy of a climb so far. It kind of stair steps its way up. It was steep for a little bit and then it just kind of levels off and you can cruise. I've made pretty good timing coming up here. Picnic table out front. Same design it looks like with the bunks. Ladder going up. Overhead loft. We'll chill here for a little bit. Back on trail, continuing the climb up Greylock. Mount Greylock Summit 2.6. I'm just loving the forest up here. Oh, it's so beautiful. Well, I think I'm getting pretty close to the top at this point. It's gotten progressively more rugged. The last 3 miles or so, it's all really slowed down. But we're almost there. And there it is. There's the summit monument, top of Mount Greylock. Alright, we're in the descent down the back side of the mountain. I think it's about I think it was 3.5 miles, but I'm down a little bit, so maybe it's 3 miles from here now. There's a lot of people out up at the summit. It's nice that you can drive right up there, I guess. Makes it easy to visit. It is a weekend, I think, and all things considered, it actually wasn't that crowded. But that was cool. Another war monument tower at the top of Mount Greylock. Cool. We'll see if we can find a little bit of water on the way down, but water might be kind of scarce. I've got like 1.5 liters, and I'm going to have to try to ration that to last through till tomorrow a little bit. Appalachian Trail to the left. Cool. But yeah, on we go. The terrain coming down is rocky, slow going, every step a twisted ankle. This is not fun to walk on. Oh, the trail's finally leveled out some. And that descent from Greylock was brutal. It wasn't too terribly steep, it was just full of rocks, and just my feet are horribly bruised right now. Just can't do the rocks. We should be at the shelter shortly, though. Here's our turnoff. The Wilbur Clearing Shelter, 0.3. And just take a second to notice how deadly silent it is right now. Alright, made it to the shelter. I got dinner cooking up. I'll finish up my mountain house meal that I got. This is probably the last burn I'm going to get on my stove. And I'm going to tuck into the shelter right there. It's funny, the last one in like Massachusetts, and this is the really crappy shelter. It didn't have a good shelter design with the double decker and everything. But we'll take what we can get. Good morning. Man, it was crowded last night at that shelter, so I didn't film too much. It was probably the most crowded I'd ever seen in like almost 1,000 miles on trail, probably. It was nuts. And everybody wanted to take up the tent sites. You couldn't, like, there wasn't a field. It was just designated tent pads and stuff, so those all were taken by the time I showed up, so I had to stay in the shelter. Luckily, there was no bugs or mosquitoes or anything out, so I was fine. I wasn't attacked by anything. And the temperatures dropped like crazy. It was cold last night. It's probably like 50 degrees. The overnight low the night before was like 70, and then last night was 50. It was crazy. But I thought the temperatures were still supposed to be like 80 degrees today or something like that. It's still slowly like cooling off from the heat wave we had. But temperature's still like in the mid 70s at least. Anyway. But yeah, most of the people that were out there, I think only one other guy was a northbound through hiker, 2 southbound through hikers, and I think everybody else was a section hiker, like 15 section hikers or something like that. But it was crowded. It was just crazy seeing that many people. For weeks I'd been alone, me or just another guy. Anyway, let's kick this day off. The town of Williamstown is down there in the fog. Beautiful morning. So I just came across this muddy bit, and I literally just stopped in my tracks because I see something that looks really interesting. Tell me that that does not look like a bear print of some type. There's no claws to it though. So is it like, I don't know, a person wearing those toe shoe things? Or is that a bear? There's no claws. I don't know. It looks neat though. The Vermont state line, 4.1 miles. We are that close. We're also close to another mile marker that I'll point out when we get there. Kind of looks like there was a fire here at some point kind of recently. There's a little charring on the ground. Maybe within this last year or so at some point. This long uphill has gotten very steep with a rock scramble. Oh man, I think we're almost done with the uphills though. There's looking back a little bit. That was a good climb. I don't know if we're gonna get any other type of view. But that's just about it, I think. We got the border crossing at 1.3 miles. Seth Warner Shelter, probably take a break there, 4.1. I just passed another hiker going southbound. Shirtless dude wearing a bra. I did not ask why he was wearing a bra, because it doesn't matter. Because this is the AT. And it's perfectly normal out here. But it brought a smile to my face. Here we are. We are in Vermont. And this is where the long trail, which goes through Vermont, coincides with the AT for 105 miles. That's awesome. And a little fun fact I remember is that the long trail is older than the AT, and it was the long trail was part of the original inspiration to connect it all up and make the AT to begin with. So that's pretty cool. South Warner Shelters, 3 miles. We are gonna check that place out. I think that'll make a good snack break. And 1,600 miles down. I think I might have mentioned that Vermont is notorious for being muddy, gets lots of rain, and they have had lots of rain this year. I heard someone state that over the last 120 years of rainfall, this year Vermont has had the most rain than any other year in those 120 years. But it hasn't rained in the last 2 weeks. So little muddy patches like this are relatively dry. And hopefully that kind of keeps up. As long as I don't get rained on out here, I don't think it's going to be too muddy. But we'll see. So far it's drier than Massachusetts. This ain't bad at all. You can just go right through this without getting muddy. It's just dry enough. Now I gotta hope it doesn't rain in the next week while I get through this. Alright, I'm currently on the side trail for the Seth Warner shelter. There's a bunch of people around right where the split off was at. People that have been like hiking around and like we recognized each other, but we haven't been formally introduced, so we were all kind of saying hi to each other, talking about who is in the vicinity. And the last shelter they were at, they said was totally packed out as well. So, and it's probably going to be that way through the Vermont section, because not only do you have all the normal through hikers and section hikers, but we've also got the long trail specific through hikers are all going to be in this section as well. So all the shelters might be kind of maxed out for the next 100 miles or so. Alright, heading out of the shelter. I forgot to get any footage out there, but it was a pretty small, crappy looking thing. There's a couple of southbounders there, so we were just chit-chatting about the trail and what they're going to see and what I'm going to see and that kind of thing. Seeing more southbounders, definitely. Let's see, I was looking also what's up ahead for me. Like 7.5 miles is the next shelter I can take a break at, and then I've got 11.5 miles to the road crossing where I'm going to get off to get into the town of Bennington, Vermont. I've got hotel reservations in town there for tonight. So I'm kind of in a race. I think I got enough time, but man, it's going to be busy because I'm not going to zero there, so I got to get there, find dinner, laundry, edit videos, and upload 5 videos. So it's going to be another sleepless night. I'm going to get no sleep tonight. Then I got to get out of there, get back on trail. And I think my plan right now is a 19-mile day or something like that tomorrow. I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know if I can get back on trail soon enough. I may be dead tired, so I may have to readjust my plan. Anyway, that's all coming up. Route 9, I think that's where I'm getting off trail. 11.2 up ahead. And there's a little public service notice thing about the American marten. Keep an eye out for it. Looks like it's being reintroduced into the forest 25 years ago. There's evidence that they are thriving out here, so that'd be really cool to see one. Keep our eyes open for the elusive marten. Nice pond next to the trail. This would be one of those perfect places to spot a moose. Be coming right out of the trees, right on the other side of the pond. I'll keep my eyes open though. Definitely want to see one. You don't want to mess with moose though. I think a lot of people think of them as like big horses, but moose can be very aggressive. The rocks are increasing, making it slow going. There's so many beautiful beaver ponds out here. This is what I love about the North. It's awesome. Coming up on the Congdon shelter. Looks like a number of people up here. We'll rest here for a minute. And that was just a short break at the shelter. Back on trail. A couple of hikers there. Starting to catch up with more people whose like names and stuff I recognize in the logbooks. So hikers are back on the trail. Definitely a lot of people out here. Not just people out here for the long trail. Seeing all these new AT faces. Anyway, from here it's like 4.5 miles to our final destination road crossing. Then we got to figure out the ride into town. I don't know whether I can try to get Uber or Lyft cell service or something. The town looks big enough to where there's probably drivers. I just gotta figure it out. Hitchhiking maybe, I don't know. Someone will take me to the other side of town where I need to get. Whew. But we'll figure it out. I'm at the top of the hill before the big descent down to the road. And there is the town of Bennington, Vermont. I'll be there at some point today. We're in the long descent down to Route 9. Alright, I made it down the mountain. It's a very steep technical descent with lots of rocks. I was able to contact Lyft. I was trying to schedule for a later driver, so make sure I had time to come down here, but they're like, your driver's on the way, they'll be there in a few minutes. I'm like, well, crap. So I got it coordinated for the parking lot I'm currently in. Made it down here before they get here. They should really rolling in just a few minutes then, and then I'll get the ride into town, and off we go. Alright, success. I made it to the hotel. I am at, where am I at? Hampton Inn on the west side of Bennington, Vermont. The Lyft and everything worked out perfectly. The Lyft driver was telling me he's the only driver in the whole city. So we were talking about his availability in the morning and stuff for me to get back to the trailhead. So he was like, well, it's first come, first serve. He has usual regulars who schedule in the morning and they got to get to work and that kind of thing. So just to not make it too iffy on whether I can get a ride and what time and stuff, I'm going to look up shuttle drivers and see if I can maybe coordinate something if there's AT shuttle drivers locally. Anyway, I got to figure that out. What else? All right. I got a whole bunch of quarters. I got Tide soap from the front desk so I can do laundry. There's guest laundry here. That'll be the first time doing laundry in like more than 2 weeks. Real laundry. I gotta get a shower going. Somewhere right across here is, I think there was an Applebee's or something I've heard. So I gotta get dinner. There is a big supermarket. I gotta check out how late they're open. I gotta do a full resupply. I'm gonna get like 5 days of food for the next stretch. We'll go over that in detail. Yeah, I think I said before, but it's gonna be a sleepless night. I gotta get on the Wi-Fi. I gotta start uploading videos all day, all night. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be busy. I'm thinking food and shower are the first 2 priorities, so. All right, we'll check back when I'm cleaned up. All right, done with the shower. Ready to head out, go get some dinner. There's a Chili's right nearby. I'm gonna go check that place out. Then there's a supermarket right near that as well. And I know I need 5 days resupply, so I'm gonna go cruise through that. And then come back here, and then I guess laundry and video uploading and all that good stuff. So I'll see what I can do, quick as I can. I think I can make all this work and then get out of here tomorrow morning. But let's go get some food. Alright, we're done with a good Chili's meal. Now we're heading over to Hannaford Supermarket. Get our 5-day resupply done. Alright, back in the hotel, resupply complete. And here's what my current stash looks like. Looking for a 5-day run. I just got 5 breakfasts, 5 days for the snacks, and then 5 dinners. So we got these little muffin cake somethings for breakfasts. And then I'm going to snack on a bunch of bars for 5 days for the snacks there. Dinners, I'm gonna go with peanut butter on a flour tortilla, Nutella on top of that, and then these tuna packets in olive oil on top of that. That'll be the dinner options. Alright, I got my laundry all done. Finally clean. It was something like 16 to 18 days or something like that since I had a real wash of laundry. The bathtub laundry only does so much. But anyway, I'm all fresh and clean. So we got food done. We got the resupply all done. We got laundry done. The hotel Wi-Fi is actually really fast, so I've already got a few videos uploaded. I finished editing one, so I've still got to do some work tonight for editing this current one that I'm going to finish video, and then I got to upload this one. So another hour plus of work to do. So I'm going to sign off here. Things are looking all right though. I'll get all these videos uploaded. Again, leaving this point is when it's going to start getting sketchy as far as Wi-Fi service and stuff and uploading videos consistently. So we'll see what happens, but there might be a break in the videos. It's literally been a miracle that there's no breaks up to this point. So I'm doing the best I can. Anyway, I'm going to try to get at least a little bit of sleep tonight. See if we can get a ride tomorrow. And I think tomorrow's planned for like a 19-mile day out to a shelter. But we may cut that even short, depending on how soon I can get out to the trail. So we'll find out. We'll find all that out tomorrow. But thanks for watching, and we will see you all in the next one.